guys, Oscar Lover 131 here, coming at you with a quick contest injury from Matt. I'm going to be talking about the trials and tribulations of fish keeping. It's almost impossible to have a perfect tank. Something has to go wrong. You could have an algae breakout, a fish jumping out, your lights, bulbs, whatever, pump is broken. All of that could happen easily. However, my worst incident in the fish keeping hobby is scarier than all those things combined. About 6 months ago, when I first started this 40-gallon reef, I bought my first RODI unit, as any responsible reef keeper would, and I got on Craigslist for a great deal, so I was excited to set it up and start making RODI water. I bought all the filters from BRS, and I set it up in my laundry room. Everything was great. Laundry room is only a couple steps from my tank, so it's easy to do water changes and get fresh RO water for top off and things like that. Everything was great until one week I went to work and I get a call from my dad. He says that my RODI unit is overflowing, which I thought was ridiculous because I was making some RO water and I could have sworn I shut it off. So I was assuming he was joking, but unfortunately I was wrong. I get home that afternoon to find that my laundry room was flooding with water, the carpet was soaked, and the linoleum inside the laundry room had water all over it. There was water dripping down the cabinets, so I instantly ran over to the faucet and turned it off and went to assess the damage. My laundry room is on the second story, so after putting as many towels down as I can, I ran downstairs to see if there's any other damage, and unfortunately the first thing I saw was my smoke detector was dripping out water, which was a terrifying sight, and I had to put a bucket under it and hope to God that my parents didn't see that. After I had turned off the RODI and soaked up all the water with towels, I thought my nightmare was over. That is, until I went downstairs and I noticed there was water leaking out of the ceiling, which I thought was impossible, and it scared me even more. So I put buckets down and tried to use a towel to dry off the ceiling, and after it all was over, there was water damage on the ceiling. So I didn't know what to think about that. I was just scared and was hoping for the best, and then the next day we called my dad's contractor friend to come down and take a look. Thankfully, there was no serious structural damage to the house, but there's still some major damage to the drywall. My nightmare still wasn't over. After the drywall damage was assessed, my dad wanted to fix it, and he said since this was my fault, I had to pay some of it, so I ended up having to pay $200 to fix the drywall ceiling, which was just a nightmare because I was planning on using that to buy coral or something, save for school, buy gas, who knows what I could have done, but instead I spent my money on drywall. So the solution to this problem was to move my RODI downstairs into the garage, which isn't an ideal location because I have to carry buckets upstairs now, which is a pain in the butt, but there's also a bright side of that is I get to keep barrels out there to hold fresh water and mix salt water, so that's always good. But other than that, paying the $200 to fix the walls and stuff and moving it in the garage was the solution to my catastrophic RODI failure. Now, after all that, what made me keep going in this hobby? I could have easily just been done, sold all my coral, fish, and tank, and had a lot more money to be spending on other things like my truck or stuff like that, but instead I kept going with the hobby. Why did I do that? That's a great question. I am not sure. I'm just kidding. The reason I did that was when I look at my tank, it just makes me so happy to see all this coral growth. Like right now we're looking at this monopora encrusting on a rock, or this Oroscripts having polyp extension, which is my first SPS to have, or my first acropora to have real nice polyp extension. Another reason to keep going in this hobby is my candy cane is splitting. You can see it has two mouths, and another head is splitting as well. I also have this favia, which is showing some nice growth. Along with all this coral growth, I get to go on YouTube and watch everyone's tank updates, go on Dare to Reef, talk to everyone on there, and just make cool videos for YouTube, which I really enjoy doing. My number one piece of advice to anyone facing a hardship in this hobby that's making them thinking about taking a break or quitting or selling their tank is to, one, don't sell your fish tanks because you're probably going to regret it. You spend a lot of money on your fish tank, and you probably really enjoy doing it if you have it. And two is to go out and buy new fish, buy new coral or a plant, whatever you keep, freshwater, saltwater, whatever. Just go buy a nice new piece to look at, watch it grow. That's always fun to do. And just go on YouTube, watch some other videos, and maybe go on a forum or talk to someone else who can help. I hope you guys enjoyed my story about how I almost got kicked out of my house and was disowned. But I hope you got a laugh out of it, or at least enjoyed the video. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Matt, for putting on the contest. And I will see you guys later. Thanks.